Hey guys, I'm going to do a quick little video on the stick sets that we've been working on, etc. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on detail because we do that in class. I'm going to just give you this as kind of a reference, all right? So we will start with, we'll go one through 6 count, right? So we'll run through, here's your 1 count. There it is. And again, as we've been doing this, you know that I've been kind of talking about switching feet as you do your move, all right? So whatever side is working will be in front. There's 1 count, 2 count. We go to the outside and in. Again, I've been talking about keeping your hand pretty tight on the stick as opposed to opening your hands up a whole lot. It's really, you're weighing your options here. I will get a really good flow if I just use my okay sign, but I'm definitely losing the ability to hold on to the stick. And, you know, I'll tell you, if you want to experiment with it yourself, put some eyewear on or eye gear on, because when you hit something really hard with just these 2 fingers holding on, the stick's going to go flying out of your hand a lot of times, okay? So again, keeping my grip in tight and moving my shoulders, my hips, and my elbow so I can keep that 2 count inside. 3 count, we're going to go uppercuts twice and then rip across for 3. So we go uppercuts twice and then rip across. For 4 count, I splash both sides of the canoe. So I go 1, 2, then I run it into the 2 count motion and just pass it behind me and catch it around my back. All right, so from the other side, it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I would switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I would switch. For 5 count, same exact thing, except a little less, actually, I think, advanced for 5 count, because I just made that cut from 3 count across. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then rip it across. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then from there rip, and then I can switch and put the working side in front. 6 count will come from underneath the arm, and I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then from there I basically do 2 count. 5, 6, and then from there I take it from the underside. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so there's your 1 through 6. And then we've been working on, basically we know about the puño strike, so striking with the puño, but we've been working on our Witek movements, which is basically your flywheel here, this way. All right, and I really try and rep it out to where I can get to a point where I can hear the sound as I'm doing the motion, and then I work at both sides the same exact way. So the Witek is the full rotation all the way back to position. As far as application goes, guys coming in, I can strike them with the puño and then rip down with the Witek movement that way. So that's called Witek. The second move that we basically talked about, or one of the moves that we talked about, but I'll just make this move number 2, is the Witek. So Witek is the jabbing motion where you jab and then come back. So it's kind of the 180 of the movement. So here again, like I'm striking in here, I get caught because the guy blocks me, and then I continue through and do a jabbing Witek. So when I do the Witek, we always talk about going like an inside block and an outside block, because it's really difficult to keep this arm here and rotate through and get this to strike. At least my arm really doesn't work that way. So I need to get my elbow to the outside to do my Witeks. Witeks could be done this way and back. It could be done from the side where we do this motion here, this way, and of course we do it both ways as we practice. And a lot of times what you'll do is you'll practice I'll do, again, just as an example, I'll do 10 reps with my strong hand, but then with my other strong hand, I'll do 15 reps just to kind of have them both catch up. So again, Witek is a jabbing motion, and you're striking. If I'm striking at you and I did this and you stopped my hand, I would just continue through and kind of curve around you and do the strike. And then from there, again, it's not a knockout blow, but what I would do is I would do that strike and then from there rip through with the rest of the movement. So as an example, if Senpai Manny is here and I do my 1 and he blocks it with his hand, just with his hand, I can continue this Witek and do either this way or this way, which will make him move or get rid of this obstruction from here. So if I was to block it and do this Witek and he went brain to pain, then I can rip through with the rest of my techniques as I'm doing my thing. So again, is it a knockout blow? It depends. If you've got a lead pipe in your hand, it could be. It'll definitely leave a mark, but it's one of those jabbing motions just to get you to facilitate your strong movements, right? So we've got our Witek, we've got our Witek, right? And then from there, we've got our Florete motions. And our Floretas are kind of like, I compared them to the helicopter blade. So the Florete would be my one where I'm missing, and then I rip through with my second motion overhead. Let's raise this up a little bit. So again, I'm swinging the one at him, and the person does the matrix away, but after the matrix, he moves into you. So I go miss, boom, and then come through and do my second strike. And again, we do that from both sides, one and then two. So again, you can hear the motion, and then that second move comes in and does the strike. So again, envision him moving away from me on this, but I see that he's still coming at me, and then I rip through with the second motion to make contact. Okay, so again, Witek, Witek, good, and then from there our Florete motions here. And again, Florete could be done with a forehand. It could also be done with a backhand. So as I come through, 1, 2, this way. A lot of times the backhand is because you missed the forehand. So if I was to miss this forehand and he keeps coming back at me, I can come back with my backhand movement. So I go 1 and then 2, this way, and 2. All right, so there are some stick stuff, some stick things that you guys can be working on, guys. Os.